Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Buddy Hield sends a clear message about his NBA career. It's been a sensational season so far for Buddy Hield of the Golden State Warriors. The 31-year-old guard has played for multiple teams throughout his 8 years in the league, but he feels like a perfect fit with Golden State. Speaking to NBC Sports, Hield talked about his career and how he has been counted out before but is now shining brightly. According to Legion Hoops, Hield said, "One man's trash is another man's treasure." The star player is posting 14.5 points and 3.5 rebounds per game so far this season. He is shooting 45.3% from the field and 43.1% from the three-point line. This is his first season with Golden State, and he has previously played for the New Orleans Pelicans, Sacramento Kings, Indiana Pacers, and Philadelphia 76ers. But it's this current stint with the Warriors that could earn him the most praise and perhaps an end-of-season award. There is talk of Hield winning 6th Man of the Year, and he will remain in the conversation for that prize if he continues to put up such strong numbers off the bench. Hield has always been a strong NBA talent, but teams continually passed him around the league because they didn't think he'd develop into the sort of star they wanted. Those teams may be regretting their decision now that Hield is doing so great for the Warriors. He is definitely not playing like trash, and the fans certainly treasure Hield and what he is doing for Golden State. After years of moving around the league, has Hield found the last NBA team he will play for? Why Gary Payton too relishes his Warriors role as the wrestler. His teammates call him the wrestler. When Gary Payton too is given his cue to take the stage, he often does so in dramatic fashion, like every great professional wrestler. He runs out of the tunnel near the Golden State Warriors bench and onto the court, and everyone in the building can feel it. He's looking for trouble. He's smiling, which is always a dangerous sign. This guy is up to something. Sunday evening, against visiting Minnesota, Payton made an entrance in the fourth quarter, with 9:37 remaining and the Warriors up by 6. He received his cue because Anthony Edwards had just checked in for the Timberwolves, rested and ready to exert his superstar will. Somebody would have to stop him if the Warriors were going to avoid losing their 7th game in their last 8. During their slump, the Warriors have had trouble closing games. They knew it, and the crowd knew it. This was another opportunity to blow a winnable game. So the wrestler, riding a stationary bike in the tunnel to keep warm, gets the call. Edwards takes wary notice as Payton sidles up to him. Curry, Green and Warriors say night to Edwards, and Timberwolves Draymond Green's emphatic dunk and borrowing of Steph Curry's game is over gesture put. Warriors Steph Curry says knee pain not a concerning thing. Golden State Warriors star guard Stephen Curry offered an assessment of the bilateral knee. Immediately, Payton dogs Edwards away from the ball and fights through a Mike Conley screen. Bodies collide and Edwards hits the deck. No call, and Payton lifts Edwards to his feet. Such a gentleman. Now Edwards dribbles Payton into a screen set by massive Rudy Gobert and goes up for a jumper, but Payton leans into the space between Gobert and Edwards, blocks the shot, and takes it the other way for a layup and an 8-point lead. Over the last 9 minutes, Edwards takes 7 shots, misses 6. With a minute left, Warriors leading by 3, Edwards thinks he has a teammate open on a pick and roll, but Payton backs away from Edwards, intercepts the pass and flips the ball to Stephen Curry, who feeds Buddy Hield for a corner 3, icing the game. Curry was asked to explain what Payton did in that fourth quarter. What was he doing? He was strapping up, that's what we call it, Curry said. And can still make shots over him, but Payton was trying to make it tough, and that's what great defenders do. Great? Yes. Great seems an odd label to put on a guy who played for 5 G League teams, but couldn't quite find a fit on 4 other NBA teams. Skinny 6'2" guards who don't score are not in great demand in the NBA. Until the Warriors found him, Peyton was the basketball equivalent of a quadruple A player in baseball, too good for the highest minors, not quite good enough for the big leagues. Peyton, though, is a great defender and a crafty wrestler, and that's what the Warriors needed. They found a place for him in the 2021-22 season, when he helped them win a title, and he's got an important role now, as they fight to regain relevance, this time as a quirky, annoying team. On Sunday, Peyton was in the starting lineup. With Andrew Wiggins nursing an injury, the Warriors needed early energy and someone to hound Edwards. The Warriors' analytics people have determined that the team plays really well when Curry and Peyton are paired, so Peyton got the start. Despite his low scoring, Peyton is not a liability on offense. As Curry explained Sunday, he also has a strong IQ for where to be on offense. He gets to his spots quickly, we run a lot of pick and rolls, me and him, where he's rolling in the pocket, getting downhill, he knows how to move the ball quick, set great screens, just make the next play. It's possible, talk of possible LeBron James trade to Golden State Warriors won't go away. It was the news that stunned the NBA last year, and it's emerged once again roughly a quarter of the way through the 2024-2025 season. Fans were left astounded by a report last year that stated the Golden State Warriors reached out to the Lakers about a potential LeBron James trade. While the approach was rejected by James, the legendary player has again been brought up as a possible answer for the Warriors, who have started the new season well enough for commentators to predict a possible finals run. With the Lakers struggling on the end of the spectrum, NBA insiders have spoken about the prospect of the trade being a realistic option, with the Paris Olympics providing a glimpse of how the two could coexist and succeed on the court together. "I'm very interested in all of this," ESPN reporter Brian Windhorst said. "I'd be lying if I said that there hasn't been some conversations in the league with LeBron at some point this year, like revisit that. Because you remember at the trade deadline last year, the Warriors called. It's possible if LeBron wanted it." James played in the Lakers' first 23 games of the season, averaging 23.0 points with 9.1 assists and 8.0 rebounds. Los Angeles got off to a 10-4 start, but had lost 7 of 9 games and 3 in a row before their 134-132 in overtime at Atlanta on Saturday. They are now 13-11. James, who sat out this week's match against the Trail Blazers, had his 7th triple-double of the season in the Atlanta loss, finishing with 39 points, 11 assists, and 10 rebounds. It was the 119th triple-double of his career. His return to form followed talk of a worrying form slump that saw James miss 19 straight three-pointers. Yet he managed to turn the corner against the Hawks and has again been on the trade radar. However, it would take an awful lot for James to join Curry, under new rules in the NBA. "Any trade the Warriors make is going to be complicated," Windhorst added. "Any trade they make, they aren't allowed to take on more money. The Lakers aren't allowed to take on any money because they're in the first apron." And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of LeBron James? Leave your opinion in the comments.